Hi, this is Karen, and I want to share with you 4 tips for how you can collaborate within BillTrack50 and work with several people either in the same account or even on the same bill sheet. So, we're going to talk about naming your bill sheets. We're going to talk about taking advantage of subtitles. We're going to talk about all the different extra columns you might add to your template. And we will talk just quickly about how you might make a key bill sheet that everybody can dump bills into. All right, so starting with naming a sheet. I can, when I first create a sheet, if I put my name first or my initials, or if you have a code that you want to use, maybe about a department or a topic, then when you create the sheet, it'll be able to be sorted. So I'm going to go ahead and say manage. I'm going to put my initials in front of this one. And so if I had made it and actually signed the sheet when I first made it, then when I am looking through all the bill sheets, boom, I can see which ones are mine. They're all grouped together. I can see which ones belong to somebody else. Or I could do that for topics or departments or whatever kind of codes you want to use in front. But that way, everybody knows what the different bill sheets are and everybody's all organized. And that just really helps keep everything clear and neat and tidy. And then you'll know what's going on. Everyone else will know what's going on. Also, in addition to the name, the second thing you can take advantage of is if I open this bill sheet again, we also have a second line here called subtitle, which maybe you haven't noticed before. So for the subtitle, this is where you can put a little bit of extra information. So I could put my name here and then say, looking at caps specifically, or something like that, and say save. And now when I look at my bill sheet, I've got the name up here, but then I also have the subtitle. So whoever opens the sheet gets a little extra information either about who made the sheet, or maybe when I made the sheet, or maybe why I made the sheet. But I can add the extra information that's going to help everybody who is sharing this account understand better what this sheet is for. Additionally, nice bonus, if you do that and then you're looking at your users and you're looking at what you're going to share with who, then when you are actually looking at the bill sheets themselves, when you're sharing your bill sheets around, the subtitles appear right here. So that can really help you understand what these were made, when they were made. Like whatever information you put in there will help you decide who should get what and help you share them around. All right. So that is a bonus of using that subtitle. It can both be explanatory immediately for anyone using this sheet, but then also for whoever's trying to keep it organized, those extra notes when you're trying to share bill sheets and change permissions can be super helpful. So keep that in mind as a possible way that you can make your life a little easier when you're collaborating. All right. Third item, extra columns. So don't forget about templates, and don't forget you can have as many templates as you need. So if I come up here and I go to manage bill sheets, then I have the bill sheets I've made already, but then I also have my columns and I can create as many as I want. So using this add column button, if I have 3 people that I'm working with, I can make a column for each one. So I can make a Karen's column, Karen's comments, Patsy's comments, Michael's comments, like whatever I need, I can add as many of those as I need. Of course, I could also just make a comment and sign it and put KS after it. And then if somebody, and maybe a date, and if somebody else wants to come in and add a comment to it, then they can put additional information and then they can sign it. So that's a way for several people to add information to the same comments, but still know whose information is whose. And the comments can be 4,000 characters. So you could actually put quite a bit in one column. But it might be easier for you to have multiple. But notice there's other types of columns. So you can create your own drop-down list, and then you can assign bills to somebody. So I could say, hey, I'm going to have in my drop-down list Karen and Patsy and Roger. And then when I go through, I'll be able to pick those from a list and just assign the bills to people. And then when Patsy opens the bill sheet, she'll be able to filter on her name, boom, see all the bills that have been assigned to her. And if a bill might be assigned to more than one person, no problem. You can make it a multi-select. And then I can assign it to Patsy and Roger, which is me asking both of them to take a look and maybe enter comments. So that's another way that you can use columns. Another option, a thing you might find helpful, is if you make a date column and you call it, say, date reviewed, then if it's just a group project and you had 100 bills and whoever can, you don't care who reviews them as long as somebody does, then you could just put a date reviewed there and then everyone will know when a bill was reviewed and that is already finished and they can just go on to the next bill and review that one. So there's lots of different ways that you can use the extra columns to help everybody know what's going on. Maybe keep separate comments, maybe you could assign bills, whatever you need. These columns can really help you figure out how you want to keep everybody on the same page and informed just as soon as they open up the sheet to know exactly what's going on. Okay, final tip. You can create a bill sheet that doesn't have any search terms and then use it just to let everybody share bills they think are important. So I can create a new bill sheet and I'm going to call it plus shared. And the reason I called it plus is so that it'll sort to the top of my list. And then I'm going to create it. I'm going to go ahead and let it be a national sheet. So I'll select everything, no search terms at all. I'm not going to limit anything else. And then I'm going to say save. Now, I can share, if I have a number of people who are tracking bills for me, I can share this with all of them, and then they can add bills to it to let me know what bills they think are most crucial. Or if I'm a national organization and I've got several state chapters who are using BillTrack50, then you can share this sheet with each one of them, and then they can bubble up their couple most important bills this year, and then everybody can see them and everybody can be aware of what's happening in different states, so they could be either on guard for it or suggest it to their own legislator or what have you. So that's a great way, just creating one of these sheets. And then when I am in my own sheet looking at UCAVA bills and I see something that I think everybody needs to know about, all I need to do is click plus, add it to the shared sheet, and then boom, the whole organization knows about it. So that is a very easy way for you to share one sheet, everybody in the organization, and then just decide for yourselves how important does it have to be to get on that list. And then everybody will at least know about it. All right, so those are our tips for collaboration. Hopefully you found something interesting in there, and good luck with the upcoming year. Bye.